Most people think they're playing it safe using their debit card for Christmas shopping. After analysing the actual fraud protection laws, cashback rates, and hidden costs across both payment methods, what I discovered shocked me. One card leaves you exposed to losing thousands of dollars for weeks while investigations drag on. The other builds wealth automatically and shields your checking account from disaster. The difference between these two pieces of plastic could determine whether you start 2026 in the black or buried in problems you never saw coming. Here's what nobody tells you about holiday shopping with plastic. Your choice of payment card determines far more than just convenience at the register. It controls your fraud liability, your cash flow protection, and whether you're throwing away free money every single time you swipe. With Americans planning to spend an average of $800 this holiday season, the payment method you choose will either protect your wealth or expose you to risks that most shoppers don't discover until it's too late. The payment card industry has evolved into a $2 trillion ecosystem built on a simple premise: convince you that all plastic works the same way. But behind the scenes, the legal framework governing these cards couldn't be more different. When you swipe a debit card, federal law treats you like you're handing over cash from your checking account. When you swipe a credit card, the bank has loaned you their money, which fundamentally changes who has skin in the game when fraud strikes. Let's start with the single biggest difference: fraud protection. Under federal law, if someone steals your credit card information and racks up charges, your maximum liability is $50 total. But here's the truth. Most major credit card issuers have zero-liability policies. Visa, MasterCard, American Express, and Discover all promise you won't pay a cent for unauthorized purchases. The key is that you're disputing charges made with the bank's money, not your money. Debit cards operate under completely different rules. If you report unauthorized debit card transactions within 2 business days of discovering them, your liability caps at $50. Wait longer than 2 days, but less than 60 days, and you could lose up to $500. Miss that 60-day window entirely, and federal law offers you zero protection. You could lose everything stolen from your account. But the real nightmare isn't the liability limits. It's what happens to your checking account while the bank investigates. When fraud hits your debit card, real money vanishes from your real checking account immediately. That money you needed for rent, car payments, groceries, or other Christmas gifts is simply gone while your bank conducts an investigation that can take 2 weeks or longer. During those weeks, checks can bounce, automatic payments can fail, and overdraft fees can pile up. One fraudulent debit transaction doesn't just steal money, it creates a cascade of financial chaos that credit card fraud never triggers. The numbers tell the story. 24% of Americans experienced credit card fraud in the past year. A fifth of debit card holders had their cards declined due to suspected fraud. When your debit card gets frozen, you lose access to your checking account funds until the bank sorts things out. When your credit card gets frozen, you still have all your money in your checking account and you can use another card. Here's what separates the two cards even further: rewards and cashback. The average credit card offers between 1.5% and 2% cashback on all purchases. Many offer 3% to 6% back in specific categories like groceries, dining, or online shopping. On an $800 holiday shopping budget, a flat 2% cashback credit card puts $16 back in your pocket. A card offering 5% back on certain categories could return $40 or more. Debit cards offer almost nothing. A handful of checking accounts reward 1% cash back on debit purchases. The vast majority offer zero. You're spending the same money but getting absolutely nothing in return. Over a lifetime of spending, this difference compounds into tens of thousands of dollars left on the table. But credit cards deliver value beyond cashback. Purchase protection covers new items against damage or theft for 90 to 120 days after purchase. Extended warranty protection adds an extra year to manufacturer warranties on eligible items. Return protection reimburses you when stores won't take items back. These benefits apply automatically when you use qualifying credit cards for major purchases. Debit cards offer none of these protections. The interest rate argument against credit cards only applies if you carry a balance. The average credit card interest rate sits at 24.04% as of November 2025. That rate is punishing if you don't pay in full. But here's what the debit card advocates conveniently ignore. You pay zero interest if you pay your statement balance in full each month. Credit cards give you 21 to 25 days between your statement closing and payment due date to pay without interest. Now let's talk about opportunity costs during the holidays. Credit cards give you flexibility that debit cards can't match. If unexpected expenses hit in December, like a car repair or medical bill, having your holiday purchases on a credit card means your checking account still has cash available for emergencies. If you spent $800 on a debit card, that $800 is gone from your checking account. Some credit cards offer 0% introductory APR for 12 to 18 months on purchases. If you need to spread out holiday spending, because cash flow's tight, these cards let you pay over time with no interest charges during the promotional period. Debit cards offer no such flexibility. The security differences extend beyond fraud liability. When you shop online, credit cards create a buffer between hackers and your bank account. If a retailer gets breached and your credit card number leaks, you get a new card and the bank handles the fraud. Your checking account never gets touched. If your debit card number leaks, criminals can drain your checking account directly. Credit cards also offer better dispute resolution when merchants fail to deliver or deliver damaged goods. If you order a gift online and it arrives broken, credit cards let you file a chargeback. The charge gets reversed while the dispute is resolved. With debit cards, you're fighting to get your money back from your bank, which then has to recover it from the merchant. One more critical advantage of credit cards, they build your credit score. Every on-time payment, every low balance relative to your credit limit, every year of account history strengthens your credit profile. This credit score determines the interest rates you'll pay on mortgages, car loans, and future credit cards. Using a debit card builds nothing. The risks of credit cards aren't in the cards themselves. The risk is carrying balances and paying interest. If you spend $800 on Christmas gifts and pay it off in full when the bill comes, you paid zero interest while earning rewards and keeping fraud protection. If you spend that same $800 and only make minimum payments, you'll pay interest for years. The card didn't cause the problem. The failure to pay in full caused it. Here's what's crazy. 61% of holiday shoppers plan to use debit cards this season, while only 57% plan to use credit cards. People are actively choosing inferior fraud protection. Zero rewards, no purchase protections, and no credit building benefits because they're afraid of interest charges that only apply if they fail to pay in full. The one legitimate use case for debit cards during the holidays: ATM withdrawals when you need cash. Credit card cash advances trigger immediate interest charges at rates around 25% with no grace period, plus cash advance fees of 3 to 5%. Debit cards let you access your own money with no fees if you use in-network ATMs. Let's address the elephant in the room. What if you already carry credit card debt? Should you use debit cards until you pay it off? If you're carrying high-interest credit card balances and struggling to make progress, using debit cards to prevent adding to that debt makes sense in the short term. But you should still keep one credit card for online purchases where fraud risk is highest. Here's the framework for deciding which payment method to use for every holiday purchase. Use credit cards for all online shopping because fraud risk is highest online. Use credit cards for any purchase over $100 where extended warranty or purchase protection might matter. Use credit cards at gas stations where card skimmers frequently steal card information. Use debit cards only for ATM withdrawals when you need cash. If you're shopping in person at major retailers, credit cards still win because of rewards. If you're buying groceries or gas, use a credit card that offers bonus rewards in those categories. Some cards offer 3 to 6% back on groceries or gas, turning routine spending into significant rewards. The psychological argument for debit cards is that seeing money leave your account immediately creates more spending awareness. If this describes you, the solution isn't using debit cards forever. The solution is checking your credit card balance daily through your mobile app and treating your credit card like a debit card mentally by only charging what you could afford to pay for immediately. Here's what separates financially successful people from everyone else. Successful people view credit cards as tools for building wealth through rewards and protections while maintaining zero debt. Unsuccessful people either fear credit cards entirely and miss out on benefits, or abuse credit cards and drown in high-interest debt. The card itself is neutral. Your behaviour determines the outcome. During this Christmas season specifically, the stakes are higher. You're making more purchases than usual, shopping online more frequently, and entering payment information on more websites. Fraud attempts spike during the holidays. Every purchase you make with a debit card is a gamble that fraud won't hit your checking account and lock up your money during the most expensive month of the year. Here's your action plan. If you currently use debit cards for most purchases, open a rewards credit card before you do any more Christmas shopping. Look for cards with no annual fee and strong cashback rates. The Wells Fargo Active Cash Card offers 2% cashback on everything with no annual fee. The Citi Double Cash Card offers the same. The Chase Freedom Unlimited offers 1.5% back on all purchases, plus 3% on dining and drugstores. Once approved, use that credit card for every Christmas purchase you would have made with your debit card. Track your spending through the mobile app, just like you would with debit. When your statement closes in December or early January, pay the full balance from your checking account before the due date. You'll have earned cash back on all your holiday spending, protected yourself from fraud, and started building credit. If you already carry credit card debt, don't let that stop you from using credit cards correctly going forward. Pay down existing balances as aggressively as possible while using one credit card for new purchases that you pay off in full each month. For the skeptics still clinging to debit cards, run this experiment. Calculate how much you spent on holiday shopping last year. Multiply that by 2% to see what you would have earned in cash back with a simple flat-rate credit card. Then ask yourself if you would have carried a balance, or if you could have paid in full from your checking account, just like you did with your debit card. The bottom line is this: debit cards made sense 30 years ago before credit card rewards existed and before zero-liability fraud protection became standard. Today, in 2025, debit cards are obsolete for anyone who can pay their credit card bill in full each month. The combination of rewards, fraud protection, purchase protections, credit building, and cash flow flexibility makes credit cards the superior choice for holiday shopping. Stop buying Christmas gifts with your debit card. Start using a rewards credit card for every purchase, pay your balance in full every month, and collect free money while protecting your checking account from fraud. The difference between these two strategies over a lifetime of spending is tens of thousands of dollars. Your holiday shopping is the perfect place to start making that change.